It was a hot day, a hot and sticky day. The kind of day when you've got to eat your ice cream cone fast before it melts down onto your fingers. Jordan stood still, not being able to move. In fact, he was frozen in place. He'd been tagged by Jade in their game of freeze tag.
Justin ran and hid behind a tree across the street, trying to figure out how he could get past his speedy sister Jade without getting tagged so he could unfreeze his brother. "Car!" shouted Jade. All the kids took a time out as a car slowly went down the street. It was followed by a huge moving truck that blocked the whole cul-de-sac because it was too big to turn into the driveway.
The kids raced into the house, forgetting that they were in the middle of a freeze tag game, shouting with excitement, "Mom, Mom, somebody's moving in." Mom paused and turned towards them. "Well, do you know who?" They shook their heads. Jade said none of us really got a good look at them before their car went behind the bushes. I did, said Jordan, and I saw a girl's face in the back window." "Really?" Jade asked eagerly. "What did she look like? Was she my age?" "I couldn't really tell, Jade," said Jordan. "All I could see was brown hair." Jade was thrilled because she was usually the only girl around and wished there was at least one other girl nearby that she could have on her team. "Well," said Mom, "girls or boys, we're just happy to have new neighbors. All that unpacking must be making them hungry, so let's bake them some cookies."
Mom gathered everyone in the kitchen and put the kids to work. Jade measured, Justin poured, and Jordan mixed the ingredients. Jade kept daydreaming about that new girl across the street. "Mom, do you think the new girl will be in my class?" "Maybe," said Mom. "And do you think the new girl will come to my birthday party?" "Well, I'm sure she would appreciate an invitation," said Mom. "Well, I would appreciate cookies," said Jordan. "Can we try one?" asked Justin. "Because unpacking makes you hungry, but making cookies makes me hungry." Everyone laughed as Mom passed the cookies around and they all took a bite.
Yuck! They were terrible. "Uh-oh," said Jade, and she pointed to the ingredients on the counter. Instead of using sugar, she had used salt. I was so busy thinking about my new friend, I guess I wasn't paying attention. Well, as soon as a new batch of cookies was ready, they sampled a few to make sure they were sweet and yummy. "Now these are delicious," Mom said, and they all headed across the street and rang the doorbell. "Hi, we're the Dungies, your neighbors across the street," said Mom. "We wanted to say how happy we are that you're here." "We even brought cookies," Justin said. Jade and Jordan were trying to look past the doorway, but all they could see were stacks of moving boxes blocking the hallway. "Oh, well, thank you very much. We're the Snells," said their neighbor. "Girls, you have friends here to meet," she called.
A girl came out onto the porch. "Hi, I'm Elise," the girl said. She's not the girl that I saw through the car window," Jordan thought. Jade and Justin looked into the house. A second girl came into view, wheeling her wheelchair around the boxes. "Oh, sorry, Mom. I was trying to find my bowling ball when you called me." She turned toward the new family. "Hi, I'm Hannah." "Welcome to the neighborhood, Hannah," the kid said. "Well," said Mom, "you let us know when you're settled in. We're looking forward to having you as new neighbors."
That evening, the family drove to the library as they often did. Jade had been quiet all afternoon, but finally she spoke up. "Mom, do I have to be Hannah's friend? She can't do any of the things that my friends and I do." Mom and Dad looked at each other and Dad spoke softly. "That's not the best reason to be friends. You should be friends with someone because of the kind of person they are. Let's find some activities to do with Hannah to get to know her better." Mom added, "You know, God made everyone and we're all special in His eyes. Sometimes we just might have to look a little harder to see that." But will she be fun? Jade asked. Remember when Jordan broke his leg and had to be in a cast and a wheelchair? Mom replied. He was still able to do lots of things, including going to the school dance. Jordan piped up. What about bowling? She was unpacking a bowling ball. Now that's a great idea, said Dad. Why don't we ask the Snells if Hannah wants to go bowling with us? Well, said Jade, I guess we could ask.
2 days later, they were at the bowling alley. Mom looked over and saw Jade and Hannah sharing a lane, taking turns rolling the ball. Jade's ball went slowly down the lane, then right into the gutter. Oh, this is boring, said Jade. Jade, try it this time using your third and fourth fingers. That should let your ball roll harder and straighter, said Hannah. Sure enough, Jade's next ball went straight down the middle. Yay, said Jade, it worked. Jade and Hannah spent the rest of the game laughing and practicing their aim at the pins. When they were done, Jade smiled at Hannah. Now that was a blast. Hannah smiled back. Now that you can knock some down, next time I'm going to show you how to use the scoreboard. Well, I can't wait, said Jade.
Over the next several days, Jade and Hannah spent much of their time together. Jade was pleased to find out that Hannah was fun, really fun to be around. They played games, shared secrets, and giggled a lot. Jade was amazed at how much Hannah knew about animals, too. One day, Jordan snatched Jade's stuffed dinosaur and ran away with it. I have your dinosaur, I have your dinosaur, he teased down the hall. Give it back, Jade yelled. Jordan, Hannah said calmly, that is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and as a meat eater, he'll eat all your other animals unless you give him back. Jordan threw him back down the hallway, and Jade and Hannah gave each other a big high five. Then Hannah looked up at the calendar in Jade's room. Hey, your birthday's coming up soon. Well, how did you know that? Jade asked. Hannah laughed. You do have a big red circle around the day on the calendar with the words, my birthday, written underneath it. You know, I love to go to parties. Jade smiled at Hannah but felt a little uneasy. Me too, she said.
A few nights later, their older brother Eric heard Jade and Jordan arguing. Jordan saw him and called out to him, Hey Eric, can you answer a question for us? Sure. What's up, Jay? Jade can't decide if she should invite Hannah to her birthday party next week. Well, isn't Hannah the new girl across the street? They nodded. Eric looked at Jade. And haven't you been spending a lot of time with her lately? Yes, Jade said, but I've been planning my birthday at the water park forever. And if I invite Hannah, Jade paused, then said, she'll either be by herself some of the time, or I'll have to stay with her. Oh, you're afraid that if you invite her, you won't be able to go on the big slides, to surfboard, or go off the diving board, Eric said. And he knew Jade loved to do all of those things, but wouldn't want to leave anybody out. What you're really asking, is it more important to have fun at your party or be with your friends? Eric said. And I can't answer that, Jade. Only you can. I know, and I've been thinking about it all week, Jade said. Eric paused, and he looked at his brother and sister. And one more thing, he said. And they got a little worried. You're being way too serious, he said. He jumped on the bed and began tickling and wrestling with them.
The next morning, Jade walked into the kitchen for breakfast and announced, Mom, I don't want to have my party at the water park. But that's all you've talked about for months, Jade. You've really been excited about going there for your birthday. I know, but now I want to have my party at the zoo. Are you sure, Mom asked. Yes, because that way Hannah can go to the party too and won't feel left out the way she might if we went to the water park. I can always go to the water park another time. Eric said that I have to decide if I wanted to have fun on my birthday or to be with my friends. And by moving my party to the zoo, I can do both. Well, I think that's a great idea, said Mom, and she gave Jade a big hug. You know what, Mom, said Jade, I think this is going to be my best birthday yet.
And it was. Hannah and Jade both thought so. And boys and girls, one of the best lessons that our parents taught us as children was that we needed to be friendly to everyone. And that's something that we've tried to pass on to our own kids. Sometimes we see people and we don't think that they're going to be friendly. We don't think they're going to be fun just because of the way they look. So we don't try to make friends with them because they're different. And you know, Jade almost made that same mistake with Hannah just because of her wheelchair. But Jade's parents let her know that God wants us to love everyone and to be friendly with everyone. And you, boys and girls, can be a friend too.